A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
20.
Again, it's Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Newton now to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Patriots at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Newton. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They fake the give. Newton. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown, Washington. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They run it again with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And they'll begin by running the option. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But it looked like Washington got it back, and indeed they did. It remains Commanders football. Here's Gibson on the read option. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Able to hang on to the ball this time, and in the process picks up the 1st down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside. But they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. Over the middle to Beckham. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second and goal from the 1. Now they send a man in motion right. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Room here to run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton going deep here for Parker. And this is caught inside the 5. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
A good run there by Cook on first down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 2nd down and 4, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Newton. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he stopped immediately there. And credit the tackle to Percy Butler. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton forced out to his left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on 1 run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They snap it to Newton. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down. But they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Parker. And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 20. They try again with Cook. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Targets Parker, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. He'll take it inside the 25.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 24, Newton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Now Joey Slye for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This will be their third straight defeat. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Newton. It's complete to Cook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a first down throw for Newton. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Throwing on second and long. Newton swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the fourth quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
Extra point by Slye is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Newton's throw into the hands of Henry here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Off play action. Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Judon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.